welcome back to Still Image Productions here on YouTube, and hope you've been enjoying all the vlogging we've been doing recently.
Today's vlog will be slightly different to our normal vlogs.
This is not the vlog for today, is it?
It's sort of, it's obviously because we say about Sammy and his class, so the vlog will be delayed.
Yeah, this is a bonus video for tomorrow morning. So today's vlog will be up sometime tomorrow.
But people watching this will realise that this will be up before
the
vlog. That makes sense.
Well, guys, just want to talk to you about autism, really, how it has affected me and Cheryl over the years. When Ben was born in 2005, he was just a normal baby.
He was developing normally, weren't he? When he was 12 months old, he was really babbly, he was really chatty, like mum, dad, nan, weren't he? Everything else, and really communicative, really made loads of eye contact.
Yeah.
And then suddenly he had his MMR jab and he changed overnight. Obviously, we've got no proof it's the MMR jab, obviously, because there's been research proven and nobody's actually made a connection, but it's just weird how he had the MMR jab and he suddenly just changed.
There was some sort of connection between the MMR jab and autism, wasn't there?
There was, but it hasn't been physically proven, though, has it? It proved inconclusive.
Yeah, but things changed for Ben big time after that.
It did. And Ben was 2.5 when he was diagnosed with autism, wasn't he?
Yeah, we went to the Children's Development Centre in Northampton at the time, and we were there for, 3 days?
No, it was 2 days or 3 days.
2 or 3 days assessment, and his paediatrician at the time, Dr. Hunter, realised Ben wasn't progressing as much as he should have been.
Yeah.
And basically, because at the time, how old was he when he went to CDC?
He was 2.5 when he got diagnosed. Yeah.
Basically, because he wasn't coming out with any proper...
He wasn't talkative or anything, was he?
Proper words.
His communication he just seemed to stop overnight.
Yeah, he got diagnosed as being on the autistic spectrum disorder.
He did, didn't he?
Yeah.
So it was quite of a shock at first, but it was nice to have a label, so to speak, because then he knew we got the help for him and stuff like that, didn't we?
Yeah.
But anyway, fast forward now. Ben is now 11, 5'9", and very, very hard work.
Yeah, and if we think back to how he grew up, we had all the problems. His sleep really affected him when he was a kid, and I used to be up with him most nights, just sitting downstairs in our old house, watching Thimbles with him.
Oh yeah, Thimbles are really May and...
Yeah.
What's the other one? The Shiny Show, wasn't it, or something? I remember.
Razzle Dazzle, the Shiny Show, things like that, because he just would not sleep. He just would not sleep as a kid.
He doesn't sleep very well now, though, does he, either? No. Quite often.
And the biggest problem that people have to understand is that, you lose a lot of sleep and you got to get up for work the next day. With me, I've done it, and I Cheryl.
You have. Sleep deprivation is the worst.
I have been suffering so bad recently from sleep issues. It's unreal.
It's amazing, though, actually, when you lack of sleep, how much your body adjusts to lack of sleep. I know it's bad for you, but some nights we can go on 4 hours sleep a night, at least. Or and obviously, when Ben pulls an all-nighter, that's even worse. When he doesn't often go to sleep till 2-3 o'clock in the morning, then he's up against 7 full of beans ready for school. It's just...
I just don't know how he does it.
I don't know how he does it.
Because when I have a night like that and I'm at work and I come home, especially being on the early shift every time, and I come home, I'm falling asleep mid-afternoon, aren't I?
It's just crazy.
Yeah. Well, back to when Ben was younger, he went to nursery.
Yeah.
And basically, they started seeing that he wasn't connecting with all the other kids, and
exactly. We had his autism diagnosis then, didn't it? It's when they suggested a special school for him.
Yeah.
And he's been in special school now since he was 4.
He started Frank Wise when he was 5, and I never forget that period of time because that December my mum passed away, and basically she barely got to see Ben's brother Sammy growing up, and seeing Ben start his special school.
Exactly. But anyway, well, like I said, back on the present time now, I have to say Ben is very, very hard work. He's still non-verbal. Very, very non-verbal. He's going through puberty as well. Makes it hard because obviously his emotions are all over the place.
How tall is he now?
5'9".
5'9".
At the age of 11.
He's 5'9" at the age of 11. I dread to think how much he weighs. What was it? 11 stone, was it?
11 stone something, yeah. But another thing is with Ben, he's still in nappies, unfortunately, isn't he?
Yeah, because with a child with autism, they're never going to learn able to go to the toilet.
Because some people have though, but they have to be more understanding. See, Ben doesn't really understand much.
Ben is on the severe end of being autistic.
He is.
He does not understand what the toilet's for.
He doesn't.
You sit him down on there, he thinks, right, it's a seat.
Exactly.
You know, what do I do?
Exactly, sits down. So we'd love to get him out of nappies, but for
Seriously, for me, seriously, for both of us, we need to get him out of nappies because I don't want to be doing this when he's 18.
I don't think how big it's going to be when he's 18.
Yeah, because not being nasty in 2012, 13, I think it was around that time when we lost our help.
Yeah.
No, it was, start of 2014 was when we lost our help.
It was, yeah. We had a social worker. They said to us, I see you're coping. I'll close your case, bye-bye, basically, and that was it.
It's basically because I feared for Ben going into a residential type setting because this place in Northampton just really, really annoyed me because they said if he fell somewhere and fell asleep or done this and that, they just left him.
They just left him there, and the cold concrete floor wasn't right. No, there was bars on the windows as well. It didn't feel like a residential respite place at all. Being honest with you, it felt like a prison basically where he went.
It looked like a prison, and I'm going to name and shame these people. That's it's the John
Greenwood Centre.
John Greenwood Centre in Northampton.
Exactly.
The place basically just did not thrill me one bit because,
it didn't.
You know, as a father, you have to worry about your child.
Of course you do.
I would not put Ben in somewhere where I would be worried sick about him. You know, because I'll be fearing the worst all the time. That's why I refuse to do it, because I would rather look after him myself. At least I know he's safe.
Exactly, wasn't it? Because like I said, it wasn't that helpful anyway, was it?
No.
But then not only that, was it about 6 weeks later Ben started having seizures?
It was within a week of us losing our help. Ben had a major epileptic seizure here in the house. I was getting him ready for school that morning, and all of a sudden his eyes rolled back into his head, and it was a good job he was in front of me because he just fell onto me.
Exactly, just to think what happened.
He went into seizure mode for
5 minutes.
For a good 5 minutes, and it would not stop until he got to the hospital.
He wouldn't, would it?
No.
And then he got rushed. They had to put him on the ventilator and stuff like that because he was sick. He ingested the sick into his lungs, and his lungs collapsed. So I have to be thankful for the Horton and also the JR at Oxford because they really looked after him, I do have to admit.
And this is what annoys me by the government thinking how stupid they are for trying to close down parts of the Horton Hospital.
Exactly.
You know, who the blimmin' hell, sorry for me for swearing, do they think they are?
Exactly.
You know, this place can be a lifeline for a lot of people within this area.
I know.
You know, what gives them the right to, you know, shut it down? It's all about money all the time.
It is about money all the time, isn't it?
And when money means more than a person's health, then, you know, what the hell is this government doing in power?
It's like the same as all the help, really, isn't it? Like I said, we've actually got someone coming out to see us next Tuesday for more help. We've had to fight tooth and nail to get help. We've actually said we've had to say to them, look, we can't cope anymore. We need help.
3 years we've been, 3.5 years.
We've been on and on and on saying that we need help. We can't cope with this. Yeah. So thanks to Stephen having a rheumatoid arthritis diagnosis as well. It's helped us, I think.
Yeah.
Because obviously what's going to happen one day, like I said, when he's 18, 19, we're going to struggle to change him if he's still in nappies and stuff.
Not being nasty, some days Ben refuses to walk.
He does.
And when he refuses to walk, he will let you know about it.
He will.
And believe me, it can become, not in a nasty way, but it can become embarrassing when we're out and about.
Exactly.
Because he slaps his head like this.
Yeah, and people stare.
And people stare at him.
All the meltdowns and stuff. It's just...
Yeah.
It's just a nightmare, isn't it? Because I do think people need more awareness in autism training, I think, and not so much awareness or training as such, for some more awareness that, hang on, possibly there's something wrong. I mean, that's the problem. Autism and sensory processing disorder and even ADHD, they're hidden disabilities.
Yeah.
People think, because they can walk, they're normal. What about all the hidden ones? That's what they are.
And this is where I give Tesco's a credit for changing their disability toilets into, disabilities are not all visible.
Yeah.
Type, like cubicle things.
That has helped big time, actually, obviously, like I said, because we've having to use the disabled change him. Amount of looks we've had, haven't we, by using the disabled toilets.
At the end of the day, Ben is a struggle for me to change, because
it's a struggle for me.
Getting him down on that floor and changing him is the easiest way for me, because I can't do him standing up.
I don't know if they can do standing up.
I just don't know how school do it.
Well, no, I don't know how they do it.
Yeah.
We do worry for Ben's future, obviously, because who's going to look after them? We're not, obviously, because we're not going to be around forever. Are we? That's what scares me,
And this is why we've took it upon ourselves to do what we've done by now buying a house and, trying to get a future there for his brother Sammy as well. So if Sammy can hopefully, become Ben's power of attorney somewhere down the line.
Exactly, because like I said, Ben's not going to know nothing about money. He's quite, obviously, if you give him some money, you'd be like, he'll put it in his mouth.
Yeah.
That's another thing with Ben. Obviously, we have to have stair gates everywhere, because otherwise Ben will go in the kitchen and he'll help himself to food all the time.
Yeah, because it is hard, because growing up, that we've had night after night of restless sleep. We've had nights where, if I remember, he didn't sleep at all.
We still get the few nights now, don't we? Like I said, the all-nighters and stuff.
Yeah.
Quite often you're up at 4 o'clock every morning.
At the end of the day, when you have a child with autism, it does test a marriage, doesn't it?
Well, it tests every relationship, doesn't it? It is hard.
But me and Cheryl have stuck with it.
It's been a struggle.
We have always stuck with it.
We have. Yeah.
We are, not just husband and wife. We're good friends.
Of course we are.
We love each other to bits, and we want to see the best for our kids.
Of course we do. But like I said, it is. Well, no, we just done this video, I think, because obviously we've had quite a few messages asking about Ben and his special needs. So yeah, it's a simple. We're not ashamed to admit that Ben's autistic.
I have to say that going back to that day in January 2014, that was the scariest moment of our lives.
Definitely.
Because if it wasn't for Dr. Ridram and the team at the Horton Hospital, I dread to say it, Ben could not have made it that day.
No, Ben's definitely got a guardian angel.
He has got a guardian angel.
He has, whoever it is.
And I do think it's my mum, but
I think it's your
looking
mum.
after him. Yeah.
If it's not your mum, whoever it is, thank you for looking after him, basically.
Yeah, because, within 24 hours of him being admitted, he was back to his normal self, wasn't he?
That's himself, yeah.
And thank goodness he's on his epilepsy medicine now.
That's good. But the problem is, we're heading into winter. Winter's his worst time, isn't it?
I'm really, really, I can say touch wood, well, sofa's made out of wood, isn't it?
Touch your head.
Yeah. That it's been almost nearly 12 months since Ben has had any sign of any seizure activity, so I really, really give him, I'm so proud of him now.
The thing is, the only thing is with epilepsy, you never know when the seizure's on the strike, though. That's the only problem.
Yeah, I know.
The thing is, you just can't wrap up in cotton wool.
No. Well, guys, I tell you, if I could go through everything, I could be here for hours explaining it. But if you look back over the last 11 years,
he's been through a lot, that poor child, hasn't he?
He's been through so much,
He has, and he's a happy little person. Give him an Argos book or a Stobart truck, and he's happy.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's hard because obviously don't get me wrong, his special school is great where he goes to. They try and involve him in everything else, which is amazing. He obviously he has got a few friends, but he likes to be alone. But often he won't be alone, will he? Because his friends in his class will pull him out the way, won't they? Try and join in and stuff.
Yeah.
But so the only thing, the concerns we've got is, like, obviously when we're out and about, Ben will have meltdowns, people stare at him, but he's got a right to be there like everybody else has, basically, I think. Everybody else has got the opportunity to do something, so why can't Ben?
Well, the Autistic Society is a charity we both support, don't we, Joel?
Definitely,
And
yeah.
always will do, because, there's a lot of charities out there that's helped us, especially with things for Ben, because they funded him who funded him that? Was it
Cordial Children.
Caldwell Children funded him a big sensory centre,
Which he absolutely loves.
which we gave it to him for one Christmas.
Because Ben is so sensory, really, really sensory. I think that's where a sensory processing disorder comes into play. Because obviously water, sand, and everything goes in his mouth.
Yeah.
That's the problem. We have to be really careful with like small toys, and that's why Ben will need watching all the time for. Because he'll see that like this tiny little bit of plastic on the floor, and he'll think, "Oh, I've put it in my mouth." Because obviously he can't distinguish between food and isn't food.
Yeah.
That's why also on his trampoline,
we must clear it of any leaves or any
berries and stuff.
berries that fall off these trees which are near us.
Because obviously Ben will think, hang on, it's a sweet. Where's it go? In his mouth straight away.
And plus, with Ben being autistic, is the fact is he's got his epilepsy as well, and now it's looking like he's got a wheat intolerant problem, doesn't it?
Oh man, that's hard.
Yeah.
That's really, really hard because obviously.
And believe me, the gluten-free products don't come cheap.
They are really expensive.
But we're starting to realise now that there are products out there which do not contain gluten, which you can buy. But anyway, what can I say about what we've been through? It's been a rough ride, isn't it?
It's been a really rough ride. Obviously, we know what Ben wants because obviously he communicates through his noises and his sounds and eye contact, doesn't he?
He does. He is getting good at that now.
He is. We're doing the PECS. I don't people know what PECS are. It's Picture Exchange Communication System. If people want me to do a vlog on PECS, I will do. Just let me know in the comments below what they are. But it's really started to help us do that. But it's been weird because we've only noticed a change in Ben's communication since he's gone on to gluten-free. Apparently we've done some research. We did some research because from America, something to do with the brain can't process the gluten or something, isn't it?
Yeah.
Something like that. But I tell you what, he's happy in his own little way. It's quite heartbreaking, not heartbreaking, but like tear-jerking when he'll just come up to you, give you a kiss or a cuddle, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is, that means something for Ben when he does that. And
it's been a rough ride, and believe me, knowing that we're going to start getting some sort of help in again, it's going to be good. It's going to be good, and hopefully, if we can get some sort of thing for Ben in place, it's got to be with somebody he knows.
Exactly, somebody we trust. And obviously they're going to need to be car driver, first aid trained, everything else.
Yeah.
Because you just can't leave Ben with a stranger.
No.
Thing is, obviously, because like I said, Ben's non-verbal, lack of communication. It needs to be someone who Ben knows, so he can trust, basically. Because obviously, Ben will go for the stranger.
He would. And Ben still knows how to grab hands of anybody he sees, which is, not a nice thing, really. But
it's not obviously, because like I said, Ben's got no stranger danger at all, has he? He'll bolt as well.
Yeah.
The thing is, obviously, he likes to. Obviously, when you're out in the boat, he doesn't like to hold your hand. He can take a really big, firm grip, can't it?
Yeah. And believe me, he always grabs onto me, and when we're walking around, it gets tiring when I'm pulling him about, so I have to hold his hand all the time. It may look silly to some people, but they've got to realise when you've got a child with who's autistic, it's just a fatherly thing. You got to keep a hold of them.
It's like the A word, isn't it? Don't get me wrong, it's a great programme, but they're concentrating on more of like the middle to the high function side, not like the severe end, are they really?
There is a severe end of autism, and believe me, that programme does not even match the severe end.
It doesn't.
This is going on like his brother Sammy's. His brother Sammy's in like similar mode like that, and he has his ups and then downs. And
exactly, but Sam hasn't been diagnosed or anything, has he?
But not knocking the A word. The A word is a good programme. It's a good drama.
It is good. If your son or daughter is like on the moderate to say like high function, it is good because obviously there is. I do have to admit on the A word there is sort of things that they're progressing that Sammy does and the things that Ben does, isn't
Yeah.
there? But it's more like it's hard to explain, but you see what I mean. But it's definitely not. They're definitely not focused on the severe end, are they?
No. Well, if anyone wants to know what the A Word is, it's a BBC drama for anyone who's watching in America. I know there's a lot of autism is
Worldwide.
it's everywhere, but
Yes.
I know a lot of our subscribers are American, but if they want to know what the A Word is, go and have a look on bbc.co.uk and check out, find the A Word.
But yeah, anyway, so I hope you sorry if we've gone on with something like that, but it's
been nice to describe it, but there's a lot more I could do. But
exactly
I just don't want to bore anybody with it.
So,
really.
but anyway, it's only because we've had a couple of messages saying about Ben and his disabilities. We thought we'd do it. But if people, like I said, if people want me to do a vlog on the PECs and communication things, just leave a little comment down below and we'll do.
Okay, guys.
And thanks for watching, and we'll
see you on the next vlog.
Bye.
See ya. Bye.